Saints. For these six African Americans in the Catholic Church, achieving sainthood requires relentless dedication from ordinary people who love the Lord and want to see people from their race celebrated as saints. To date, there aren't any African Americans who have been canonized as saints, and African American Catholics have been waiting for a total of more than 714 years to celebrate that victory. On May the 15th, 2022, Pope Francis canonizes four individuals, three from France, one from India, the Netherlands, and Uruguay. Part of the efforts of leading the team on this side of the world to canonize these six African Americans is Ralph Moore, Mary Sewell, Betty Lutz, and Dolores Moore, all from St. Anne Church in Baltimore City. And here's what they had to say about the process.
Well, it's official, an official recognition. We know that in the African American community and in the African community, there's always been respect for the ancestors. We've always related to ancestors. We've always respected our elderly, and before there were saints in anybody's tradition, there were ancestors, and saints are actually for particular groups like Catholics and Protestants and Muslims. They are ancestors that are especially honored. The process essentially says we know they are in heaven. He or she is in heaven, and that's why there's a process that involves a certain amount of waiting, a certain amount of investigation, a certain amount of miracles being attached to their existence and proved, that they actually did happen and are attributable to those individuals. So, it's a step-by-step process. Now, our position is that this process is lacking in the fact that, one, it's long, it's financially expensive, but even more importantly, when we look at the list of saints, none of them are African Americans from the United States.
What is canonization?
Well,
actually, it's the sort of end product of a long process for some people in which their name is added to a canon, which is a list, a fancy name for a list of people who are sort of certified and approved for all their abilities and lives, and are recognized as a quote unquote official saint.
I think it's impressive. Well, let me see where I would start from. We have gone through enslavement. There's no secret to anyone. We have gone through all of the things with the Jim Crow era, and we've been steady. We haven't departed from our Catholic faith. I think the faith has really expected that we would continue to serve the church and be a part of the church in whatever role they assign us to. But like everything else we were talking about, even with technology, our people have changed. And we're no longer going to sit in the back of the bus or the back of the church. And at this point, our eyes have been open for decades, but trying to adhere to the status quo, we accepted all of these things. We don't do this anymore. Everybody has an opinion about what we should be about. We also have opinion about what we should be about. And we're taking the lead. And I think that's the difference. And that's probably shocking to many in the Catholic Church. Not only were the Black women not accepted into the predominantly white orders, but women, Black and white, were really relegated to lower positions in the church, and they still are. And women are speaking up on both sides.
So we're
Yeah.
not, we didn't pull these six together. They were out there, and these Black Catholic groups decided that they would pull together, but they weren't getting a whole lot of traction in terms of public notice, as Dolores was saying. And I think what we've contributed to this is that we've said it out loud, and we've started this letter writing campaign, and we've gotten the attention of the media. We were called by the correspondent for the Wall Street Journal that's at the Vatican. We were called by the National Catholic Reporter, which everybody reads, apparently, all the Catholics read. We were called by CNN, and they just put their story in the can. It hasn't been broadcast yet. But so we've gotten this attention to the situation, and essentially, with our letter, we said to the Pope, if not now, when? And if not you, who? Pope Francis just said the other day that we need more women saints, because it tends to be one more male-dominated thing. And of the 6 candidates that we've been proposing, 4 of them are women. Women who started religious orders, women who were outstanding evangelists, women who were great leaders in charity. And so these are people who live their lives with those strikes against them, that their color, their gender, all the ignorance that is out there in an institution that tends to say only men can be ministers or priests.